Okay, gents, we put the scope on my AR. We're sighting it in. I have the federal and the, oh, by the way, we're beating a thunderstorm here. Can already feel some sprinkles, but I'm sighting in with the federal brass, moving on to the wolf because we know that's generally more consistent. But right now I just fired a 3-shot group. I haven't touched anything. We're walking up to it and we're going to see how well we did. From what I could tell through the scope, yeah, here they are. So, I mean, for just doing a bore sight job, and we're firing at 100 yards, by the way, that's that's pretty good. So that's it's over a ½ inch, but not by much. So, and one click is 1/10 of an inch, so I got a ream on it, some pretty good. Not bad for being rained on. My old target actually blew off in the wind, but I caught another calm moment. So my group opened up, but again it was raining, but either way, roughly about 1 inch. So I overcorrected. I'm going to put it back on, and well, I'm going to try the zero up for 100, and then I can fire my wolf brass, and I think I'm going to call it a day after that. I wanted to mention that this is not a fully tuned load. This is just a load that works. And this is the conditions I'm currently shooting in. Everything's wet. So the fact I'm still getting groups at 1 inch at 100 yards, I'm not complaining. I'm just sighting in a scope. That's a 4-shot group of using the wolf brass. Still a 77 grain Nosler custom competition with 23 grains of Norma 203B. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. And I think it's 1, 2, 3 for the previous using the federal brass. It's going to be one of these holes. I need to check to be sure, but with the editing, you guys will be able to know. Okay, so the rain is finally let up. Things are kind of drying out, although my piece of notepaper here is still damp. Anyway, so this is a Nosler custom competition 77 grain powered by Norma 203B. So this is the lowest charge I use, which is 21.8. This is 22.1, so we're going up by 0.3 grain increments. And then the next one, the middle charge that I used, is 22.4. I'm pretty confident we can call this a scatter node because when we go just a little bit more up, we see another pretty fantastic group. That's a little under an inch, by the way. And yes, you'll notice that my cardboard came loose because it's still kind of windy. So yeah, and by the time I got to the final charge here, they're just 23 grains. It came apart, although I will blame some of that on the cardboard, but only some of it. Honestly, I'm going to walk back and I'm going to show you guys the brass and the primers. I'm going to show you why I'm not going to use this regardless. Okay, so we're back at our shooting bench, and this is the brass that I just used, fired rather I should say. And this is one of the top end ones. You'll notice, you'll notice that not only is it cratered, but yeah, see that? It's a little bit extruded. So this is a little bit above and beyond. And if you notice right there, we got a little bit of extrusion as well, so that's even the next step up. And even as low as there, we got some slight cratering. But one thing I'm noticing about this rifle as I'm learning it, you know, the smears, the ejector swipes, smears, whatever you want to call them, this rifle is actually not too prone to doing that. But I do notice that it tends to do the primer cratering pretty early, like even when I've like chronographed some and it doesn't seem like it should be. My hat is blowing off. Even when it seems like it shouldn't be cratering, they are. So I've still been trying to be careful. This is like the most I pushed it, but I fired this load before. I trust it, but when we start to get this extrusion, we're staying away. I'm pretty happy with the consistency I'm getting with using a proper scope as opposed to a red dot, which messes with my astigmatism. So I'll have to get a hold of one. So anyway, that's Nosler Custom Competition with Norma 203B.